Hello, human beings. Welcome to your yoga practice. A special shout out to Lydia for hosting me on her channel today. My name is Bee Creel. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher based in the Outer Banks in North Carolina. I run an online yoga and meditation membership called The Challenge, and I also teach retreats here in the Outer Banks as well as all over the world. As for now, let's jump into our yoga practice. You don't need anything too wild. Let's dive in. For your practice, I would advise having 2 blocks nearby just for a little bit of extra support. If you'd like to listen to a playlist while you practice, you can start playing that playlist right now. We'll officially begin our practice together in a child's pose. So you'll join me with your knees nice and wide, hips pulling back toward your heels. The forehead can rest on the mat. And you can take a few moments to really find the shape. Separating the knees only as wide as feels comfortable. And reaching your fingertips forward, letting your hands land only as far as feels comfortable in the shoulders. And then see right here if you can allow yourself to transition into practice with a sense of ease. Let the eyes close. Let the muscles of the face relax. Unhinge your jaw. And together, we'll begin by taking a big round of breath. Start by inhaling through your nose. Feel the belly expand against the legs. And then part the lips. Exhale out of the mouth. Let yourself officially arrive here. Without expectation, we allow this practice to unfold the way that it's meant to. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, maybe it's something that you would like to activate, something you would like to highlight, or on the flip side, it could be something you'd like to release, let go of today. See if you can make your intention super clear. And the next time you breathe in, imagine that intention creating physical space in your body. As you breathe out, let that intention seep in further. And then with your next breath in, you'll open your eyes. Start to inch your fingertips a little further forward, so much so that you pull yourself forward onto hands and knees. Let's start by stacking shoulders over wrists, knees beneath your hips. And then together we'll take a breath in to drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale to round through the spine, hands press into the mat. Again, just like that, breathing in, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round through the spine, hands press into the mat, chin pulls in. And then as you come back to a neutral spine, you'll extend your right leg out to the right side. And I'll turn to face you for this. You can tent up onto your fingertips or bring blocks underneath your hands. And then just start to pulse forwards and backwards. You might start slow with more dramatic movements, but if you feel a sticky spot, you can linger and create some smaller pulses. Gaze can be down toward the hands just so that you don't crunch or crane the neck. But start to settle into stillness here. You'll turn your right toes out to the side about 45 degrees and then start to make circles with the hips. Again, you get to decide how big you want these circles to be. But start to move these circles in the other direction. Very nice. Eventually, you'll turn your right toes forward, tap your right knee down. Let's go ahead and flip the wrists around so all 10 fingers face your knees. We'll take a breath in here, drop the belly, open the chest, make sure there's a little bend in the elbows, and then exhale, round through the spine. Again, breathing in, drop the belly, open the chest, exhale, round through the spine. So nice. And then coming back to neutral, you'll flip your wrists the other way around. Extend your left leg out to the left side. All 5 toes point forward. Any cracking that happens here, more than normal. And then tent up onto your fingertips. Let's find that movement forwards and backwards. Now, what we know about the body is it feels so different side to side. So with whatever information comes up on this second side, see if you can just observe it without judgment. You'll start to find stillness. Turn your left toes out to the left side about 45 degrees and then find those circles. Choosing how big or how small, how deep you'd like to go, and then taking those circles the other way. Eventually finding stillness, you'll turn your left toes forward, tap your left knee down. From here, your left hand stays on the mat, peel your right arm open to the sky. Really lean back into it and then roll out that right wrist. You can also make a fist with the hand and open it back up. From here, we'll thread the needle. Right arm underneath the left. Allow your right shoulder to melt toward the ground. And then you can crawl your left fingertips toward the top of your mat. So as your left fingertips reach forward, your hips pull back. Taking a breath in here. And a breath out. One more like that, breathing in. As you exhale, start to bend your left elbow, bring your left hand back toward your face, press into your left palm, peel your right arm open to the sky, we unravel. Right palm facing forward, sweep your right arm forward and down. Right to the other side, left arm reaches up toward the sky, really lean back into it. And then making those circles with the left hand, you can make a fist with the hand and open it back up. And then we thread the needle. Left arm underneath the right. Allow your left cheek to rest on the mat. And then you can crawl your right fingertips forward as your seat pulls back. Breathing in and out. Again, breathing in. And breathing out, start to bend your right elbow. Right hand comes back toward the face. Press into your right palm. Unravel, stretch the left fingertips up toward the sky. Then left palm faces forward. Sweep the left arm forward and down. Walk your hands about a handprint forward. Tuck the toes and then extend the legs straight back for a high plank. If you need to make adjustments here, you can. Shoulders over wrists. Really think about using your legs as much as your arms. So as you press into your hands, really kick back through your heels. Then feel your belly button pull in toward your spine. Big breath in. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Find any sort of movement that feels good. I'm always really crackly in this first shape. So you can find some movement that sort of gets you into this shape. It's usually familiar where we land, but how can we make it somewhat different, somewhat new? Can we notice the smaller parts of the body working, the fingertips, the toes? Micro bend your knees as you find stillness. Shine your tailbone up toward the sky. Big breath in. And a breath out. With your next breath in, wave it forward, high plank. Exhale, little bend in the knees, lift your seat high, down dog. Again, breathing in, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, down dog. This time, breathing in, roll forward, high plank. You can stay in your high plank or drop your pelvis for a tuck-toed up dog. So the legs are working, heels charging back. You can turn to look over your right shoulder and then the left. As your head comes back to center, lift your seat high, down dog. Reset, breathe in and out. With your next breath in, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend your right knee, open the right hip. Let your heel hang down toward the seat. If you'd like to make circles with that top leg, you can. Maybe you just give your right leg a big shake. Then square off the hips, lengthen your right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow as you shift forward, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, down dog split, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, cross the body. Last one here, big breath in, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your right foot to your right thumb, runner's lunge. You can grab your blocks, place them on either side of your right foot, and just start to rock into it, forwards and backwards. And as you settle into stillness, right knee over right ankle, left hand stays on the block. Start to peel your right arm open to the sky, take a twist. Keep charging back through your left heel. Big breath in. As you exhale, tap your left knee to the ground, untuck the left toes, and then start to tip your upper body up. Upper body up, yes. Arms open into a T shape, facing the right side. Maybe your gaze turns to face your right hand. Big breath in. As you exhale, right hand to your lower back. All 5 fingers point down. Flip your left palm. Tip up and back. Exalted low lunge. Feel that big stretch in the left side body. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, hands release down to the blocks. Tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee, straighten through your right leg any amount. Exhale, bend into your front knee, runner's lunge. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Now inhale, straighten. As you exhale, you can take your blocks with you as you walk your hands over to the left. So we'll find our first wide-legged forward fold. I'll turn to face you for this. So just finding a parallel in the feet at first. Blocks can stay underneath the hands, or you can lower the hands to the floor. To continue to get into the inner thighs and the hips, you might turn the toes out to either side and then bend one knee at a time as you shift side to side. Good. Then we come back to that parallel with the feet, so all 10 toes facing the left wall of the room. You'll bring your hands to your hips, and then with a flat back, rise up, sweep the arms up and over your head, flying warrior. As you exhale, heels in, toes out, bend your knees, drop your seat, goddess pose. I like to rock a little side to side, getting into the hips. You can also bring your hands to your thighs and shimmy out through the shoulders. Very good. And then from here, you'll come back into that cactus shape with the arms. You'll eagle wrap your right arm underneath the left, crossing the elbows, maybe palms press. You can also give yourself a big hug here. With your next breath in, lift your elbows. As you exhale, bend your knees, drop your tailbone. Again, inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, bend your knees. Breathe in, straighten the legs, unravel the arms, reach up, parallel the feet. And then exhale, swan dive down over the legs, forward fold. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Maybe you grab for the blocks underneath your hands, halfway lift. Now exhale, taking your blocks with you, crawl to the top of your mat, low lunge. Blocks can move off to the side. You'll step your foot forward and fold over the legs. Take a moment in this forward fold. Maybe measure 2 fists in between the arch of your feet. Then you can grab for opposite elbows. Take some movement side to side. Then walk your hands up to your shins, lengthen the spine, inhale. Fold over the legs, exhale. Soft bend in the knees, start to roll up through the spine. As you arrive at the top, shoulders roll up, back and down, forwards, down and back, and settling back into stillness. Palms face forward, heart pokes forward, crown of your head reaching toward the sky. With your next breath in, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale to fold over the legs. Breathing in, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, hands to the ground, little bend in the knees. You can step, or hop back to your downward facing dog. Breathing in, wave yourself forward, high plank. If you'd like to do chaturanga here or a tuck-toed up dog, you can do that. Eventually, you'll meet me back in your downward dog. Take a moment to reground. Feel your hands. Feel your feet. Breathing in and out. Left leg reaches up and back as you inhale. Bend the left knee, open the left hip as you exhale. Find some circles if you did on the other side. If not, maybe you want to switch it up. You can shake out that left leg. And then square off the hips, really flex through your left foot. As you breathe out, shift forward, left knee, left elbow. Maybe you make contact. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale, cross the body, left knee to the right elbow. Last one, big breath in, left leg goes high. Knee to nose, breathe out, step left foot to left thumb. Blocks underneath your hands to really set up your low lunge. You can take that movement forwards and backwards. Eventually finding stillness, just making sure left knee is over left ankle. Right hand will stay on the block. Peel your left arm open toward the sky. Think about that thread, the needle, lean back into it. And then carefully tap your right knee down. Untuck your right toes. Inhale, start to lift your chest. Arms open into that T shape toward the left. So legs are really working hard to keep us balanced. Arms are reaching to open the space between the shoulders. And then from here, left hand to your low back. Flip your right palm, tip up and back, exalted low lunge. Breathing into the right side body. And exhale. Carefully release. Hands to the blocks. Tuck your right toes under. Lift the right knee. Straighten through your left leg any amount. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Breathing in to straighten. Exhale, bend. Now this time, inhale, straighten. You'll walk your hands over to the right. You can take your blocks with you. Wide-legged forward fold. So we get another opportunity to play around with this. If you used blocks before, maybe you practice just using the hands. If you feel like it's easy to touch the floor, you can walk your feet in a little closer together. If your hands are far from the floor, walk your feet out a little wider. Maybe this time you want to play around with walking the hands forward in front of you, kind of like a wide downward facing dog. Or you can walk the hands in between the legs. Take a breath in wherever you are. And a breath out. Beautiful. Hands start to walk back underneath your shoulders. Then the hands walk up to the hips with a flat back. We're coming up. Flying warrior. Arms reach up, breathe in. Goddess pose, exhale. Now this time we find our goddess pose. We land, tailbone drops down, arms cactus. And then this time you'll eagle wrap the left arm underneath the right, crossing the elbows, maybe pressing the palms. Core is engaged to support your low back. Take a breath in, lift your elbows. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, bend the knees. So good. Inhale, unravel, straighten the legs, reach the arms up, parallel the feet. Swan dive over the legs, exhale. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders, maybe grab for the blocks, halfway lift. Exhale, crawl your hands to the top of your mat, frame your left foot, runner's lunge. We'll step the right foot forward, fold over the legs. You can move the blocks off to the side, and then take a breath in, hands to your shins. Exhale, fold, release. Press into your feet, rise to stand, circle the arms overhead, hook your thumbs. Make sure feet are about hips width distance apart. You can also measure that by turning your toes in, making sure they touch your left foot. And then with your next inhale, see if you can lift up a little higher through center. Exhale, tick-tock to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, tick-tock to the left. And then just going at your own pace, right and left. The next time you come back to center, you'll release your arms down by your sides. Thread your hands behind your low back, puff up the chest. And then as you breathe out, forward fold, bend the knees, let your upper body rest on the thighs. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Good. Slowly release your hands to the mat. Heel toe your feet in a little closer to touch. And then really, really low. Bend your knees. Maybe you keep the torso to thigh connection. Drop your seat. Arms reach forward and up. So we're in a chair pose just for a second. And then we come all the way down. Ooh, boat pose. Hands can be glued to the backs of the legs to prevent the shoulders from rounding forward, but we really want to think uplifted. If you feel your body starting to vibrate, it's all good. Just building strength. We hold for 5, 4, we're breathing, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down, arms overhead, legs go long. And then when you're ready, go ahead and bend up the knees, plant 2 feet on the ground. Feet can be about hips width distance apart. Cross your right ankle above the left knee, flex your right foot, and then you can thread the hands behind the left leg or above the left shin. Think about your spine lengthening out. Tailbone is heavy toward the floor. Right knee is thinking about driving forward. Breathing in. And exhale. Now, keeping the figure 4 shape, you'll carefully lower your left foot to the ground and then open your arms out into a T shape. From here, the shape of your legs will fall all the way over to the left side. So maybe the bottom of your right foot touches the ground, and then you can turn your gaze to look over the right shoulder. Maybe the eyes settle closed, just tuning into that natural flow of breath moving in and out of the body. The next time you feel your breath come in, the shape of your legs can come back to center. You'll uncross the right foot from the left. And we'll go to the other side. Cross your left ankle above the right knee, flex the left foot, thread your hands behind the right leg or above the right shin. Feeling your left knee drive forward. Tailbone is heavy toward the ground. Breathing in and out. Again, breathing in and out. Very carefully keeping the figure 4 shape, you'll lower the right foot to the ground. Extend your arms out into that T shape. And then the shape of your legs will drop over to the right. The bottom of the left foot might touch the ground. And then your gaze can turn over the left shoulder. Maybe the eyes close. Letting go of any control you have over the breath here. And just letting it flow with ease in and out of the body. The next time you breathe in, the shape of your legs can come back to center. You'll uncross the left foot from the right. And then I'll invite you to bring soles of your feet together, knees drop open to either side. Hands can rest on the body or reach up and over your head, grabbing for opposite wrists or opposite elbows. If this feels like too much on the hips, too much opening, you can always grab for your blocks and slide them underneath the outsides of the knees at a little angle. Eyes can close if this feels comfortable. Muscles of face relax intentionally. And then if you'd like to stay here for the remainder of practice, you can. Otherwise, hands slide down to the outsides of the knees, close the knees in, and then legs can go nice and long on the mat. Taking up space with whatever version of Shavasana you decide, knowing that depending on the day, our body is just going to crave something different. Once you set yourself up, full surrender, fully letting go, and full permission to rest and be still. I encourage you, if you have a little bit of extra time today, to stay in Shavasana, even pause the video. If and when you're ready to move on, you can either close the knees in together if they're still open, or extend the legs long, reach your arms overhead, take a full body stretch. Finally, you'll bend up the knees. Let your knees drop over to one side, using your bottom arm as a cushion for your head. Use your hands for support to help you press all the way up into a comfortable seat. You can sit tall with your legs loosely crossed in front of you or tucked behind you. The hands will connect at heart center, thumbs in the middle of your chest. Tuck your chin down toward your chest slightly and let your eyes close. Tuning back into that natural flow of the body breathing. And giving yourself a bit of credit today for showing up and taking care of yourself. Knowing that you could spend your time doing anything, but you chose to be right here. So honoring that with gratitude. To close our practice together, we'll take a big breath in through the nose, fill all the way up. Exhale out of your mouth. From here, the eyes open, gentle smile with the lips. Then bow at yourself in gratitude. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. For more information about how we can practice together, you can check out the links below where I share my website, which features my online yoga and meditation membership, as well as my YouTube channel for human beings. I look forward to practicing with you.